morning of day 2. This morning there's a whole series of main plenary sessions. Very much looking forward to hearing about the forests, a WWF presentation, and I'm still deciding which workshops to go to after the morning tea break. So another beautiful day here in Detroit, and super excited for the sessions this morning. So we've just finished salsa at lunchtime, which was good fun. Been sitting in the conference room for a few hours, and so they decided that it would be quite good to get everybody up and about and moving. But actually behind me, you can see in the background is Canada, and you might just be able to make out the Canadian flag flying up there. So you didn't quite realise you were quite so close to Canada, so that's pretty cool. So here we are at the end of day 2, another great day of presentations. A couple of the real standout presentations for me were a presentation from Linda Walker, who's the Director of Forests at WWF. So what WWF are saying is, we can work out a science-based target for business, let's apply the same methodology but translate it to forests. So there's a real call to action for businesses to actually own forestry and to think of how we can regenerate forests. There's a new report coming out in a few weeks called the Living Forests Report, which I think will explain and expand on her topic. The second standout presentation for me was from an organisation called Genusee. If you remember yesterday, I was talking about the young Miss Flint, the 12-year-old Detroit teenager who has been championing the cause for a better quality water into the Flint area. Well, actually in the time where the issues were happening in Flint, about 20 million plastic bottles of water were being consumed daily. And what Genusee is doing is it is using plastic bottles, it is recycling them and making eyewear. So it's the first full circular economy eyewear brand. And for every set of eyewear that they're making, they are using and diverting 15 bottles from landfill. Now they're now making thousands and selling their eyewear all around the world. So it was actually great to hear about the issue yesterday and the fact the issue had been solved, but now a company is now making eyewear out of it. They're also employing people and teaching people the trades and the skills about making eyewear and employing local people. So they're really giving back to the economy. And then finally later on this evening, we went out in a school bus painted by school children, powered by biodiesel, and we went round and looked with a company called American Forests, and we went round sort of urban areas of Detroit, seeing where they are using disused land and putting back forests into urban areas. And they're employing local people and getting people educated on actually and getting them to love their environments. We then ended up at the Detroit Vineyard. It's the first of its kind in Detroit, and the owner, general manager and owner, a guy called Blake, gave a very, very moving speech. And in his speech he was saying how he's teaching people to grow grapes in Detroit. Now there's about 90,000 plots, disused plots of land in really suburban Detroit. For people that are willing to pay $100, buy the plot of land next to them, he's teaching them how to grow vines on that land. And then he's paying them for the fruit that they're growing. So it was a great end to the day. Tomorrow is another action-packed day and a full lineup of presentations, so I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.